supposed to end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we've got
so
8
sorry,
minutes.
Steve.
We've got 8 minutes left, so I'm calling this meeting of the Town Council, this special meeting of the Town Council Finance Committee to order at 6:08 p.m. Present are Councilor Ingalls, member of the committee, also Councilors Washington and McGrattan, and Mayor Allen, Marcia Hancock, and Steve Massillon. I'll make a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of November 4, 2020. Is there a second?
A second.
Thank you. Any comments or corrections?
I saw none.
Okay, I read them. They look good. Thank you. All in favor, let's vote. Please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The meeting minutes are approved. Marcia, any quick messages on finance director? No. Okay, I'm going to move on to the business of the meeting, and I will motion to approve $105,000 from account 210-40107-54015 Lantern Hill Bridge for engineering consultant services for design application permitting and bidding services for the LOTCIP Ledyard High School multi-use pathway and sidewalk extension project.
Second.
Is there a second? Thank you. So we have been aware of this opportunity to obtain a grant to build a pathway from Ledyard Center to Ledyard High School, or the other way around, depending on your direction of travel. And we have put out to bid actually a request for proposal from engineering firms to provide the design and specifications for the sidewalk. There were, I think, 8 bids that went out. We took the lowest 2, Weston and Sampson was second lowest. They're a company that is well thought of. We've worked with them in the past, and they were recommended by and selected by the mayor and the planning director. So we have money sitting in the Lantern Hill Bridge account. The Lantern Hill Bridge project is not going forward. We've tried many times, and we've exhausted all opportunities there. Therefore, there's money there, and that's where we're proposing to take the money for the engineering services. And I, at the moment, do not recall what is this 100%? Is there a town match, Fred or Steve?
This is the cost of the design through the bidding stage are completely on the town. And you get into construction, there's a construction allowance of up to 10% of the approved construction contract, and that is covered. So the construction services and inspection services would be covered as part of the state's funding through the LOTCIP program, as long as it stayed within the 10%.
Okay. And is the grant itself for the whole project, is that 100%?
Well, as far as construction, once we get to the point where it's you get a tighter cost estimate, it gets authorized at that point, pending, assuming funding would still remain available and we would be in line at that time to get it. It would be approved at that with a 10% contingency, I believe, on that, and that's the level at which it would be completely. Yeah, the answer is yes. Beyond this stage, most likely, without any overruns beyond 10%, it would be completely paid for.
Okay. So what I'm trying to get at is if there are any questions from the council, are there any scenarios where we appropriate the $105,000, we hire the engineering firm, we do the design, and then we don't get the grant?
I suppose until we get this through COG to, I guess, the state DOT in the timing, in order to be in line in the proper place to get money that's still available. Yes, it could not. It might not happen. So it's a timing thing. Other towns have been ahead of us, and they were more shovel ready in terms of their plans, so it was easier for them to get there from where they were. So we are not at the front of the line at this point. We're trying to maybe catch up a little bit, but there was still balance of in excess of $4 million beyond what was submitted initially from the towns for the project. So it looked very promising, and I think the chances are very good that there's various ways in which funding can be pulled out from underneath everyone, but right now it's a go.
Yeah, Bill, can I add to that?
Please, Greg.
So there were 7 applications for this LOTCIP grant, and there were about $13 million of projects that were approved. And the town of Ledyard's project of $1.87 million was one of those projects that was approved. But there's a $17 million pool of money available. So a couple of the projects have moved ahead. One in New London was on this list too as approved. And they are at, I think it's like a 90% design stage. So the cost went up a little bit. So they had to nibble away at the $4 million excess. The other one was Waterford Crossroads. It's rebuilding Crossroads. And when they were doing some geotechnical work, they found some failed drainage underneath Crossroads. So they had to add that cost to it too. So that eroded a little bit more. But in terms of Ledyard's approval process, I mean, we've got the first approval. Once we have the design, we go back to the Council of Governments and they sign off.
Got it. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So we've been approved for the project. The money is approved, but there are some contingencies that could change that. So,
yep.
Okay.
And our costs could still go up too.
Exactly. Okay. So I'm going to call for a vote so we can wrap it up here. Andrea, questions, comments?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And Councilor Solomon votes aye, and the motion is approved to recommend to the council. And we are adjourned at 6:15. Thank you very much.
See you in a minute. Sorry again, everybody.
See you in a minute.
That's all right, Andra.